In this video, I'm going to go over a lightweight audio player or music player for Linux users and Windows users. And the name of the program is Audacious. And if you found this video on YouTube, I will provide a link below the video that you can click on here that will give you a description of the program, how to install the program, how to customize the program to change its look, and to change the settings on it to meet the needs of your audio listening preferences. To start with, Audacious is a lightweight audio player or music player available for Linux users and Windows users. Now, if you're a Linux user, and in this case I'm using Ubuntu Mate 18.04, you can click and open your terminal, copy this right here from the PPA to add this repository or PPA to your list, paste it into your terminal, press the enter return key, put your password, update your repository list, and then copy this command to install Audacious on your system. Now, you don't have to install the PPA. You can install it just for straight from the PPAs of Ubuntu, the Ubuntu repositories, but it will be an older version. Now, if you're not using Ubuntu or any of the Ubuntu derivatives, you can click the PKGS to install it for a different platform that you may be using. You can install the deb package, the RPM, or you can extract the zipped code so that you can install it on your system that way. Now, if you've installed it from using this way and you later want to remove it, you can just simply copy sudo apt-get remove Audacious and it will remove the program from your system. And then if you want to remove the PPA, you just simply copy that to remove the PPA from your system. Now, here's a little quick slideshow that shows you the commands that you have through each menu. Here's what it looks like by playing different songs. And this is me loading up a bunch of different songs from a particular folder that's just individual songs where they were from different artists and different albums. Now, this is my default player on this machine here. I do like it. I like for playing the individual songs or an album, and I like it when I put a CD in my computer, it automatically pops up and plays it using Audacious. However, for organizing my albums that I have on my computer, I do like Lollipop, and I'll talk more about that in another video in the future. But it is skinnable. For those of you that are on the Windows operating system, in the past you may have used Winamp or seen Winamp before. This here has what are called Winamp skins, and you can actually use the skins from Winamp to skin your device to change the look of it, and I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. So I have a lot of information on my website to help get you started. So let me scroll down where it says manually install skins, and the reason I'm stopping at this point is you can click on any of these links here to install skins. But before I do, let's take a look at the default skin. Now let me go, you can access it by going to your sound and video and clicking on Audacious, and that opens up the program. Now that is the Winamp skin. I can go to settings and I can change it back to my default. When you install it, it's going to look like this. It may not be a dark theme because I'm using a dark theme. It'll appear to be gray or to match whatever theme that's on your system. But that's the way that it looks by default. You can come and change your skin setting, and it's paused. When I hit the play button, you can see it's playing. I can change songs. I can load up an individual song. I can go to my song folder or music folder, and I have other music files and folders and albums on my other internal drives. But let's say I go here and want to play an individual song rather than a whole song list. I can click onto it, it immediately loads and starts playing. I have it muted so that way I'm not talking over any music, or I won't get any copyright strikes by playing copyrighted music. I can open the folder and change any music folder and load a whole list, load the whole album, or I can load just an individual song. So I can click this file here and I can load the whole album, and it will play the entire album. And the thing I like about Audacious is when it's finished with one song, it will immediately jump to the next song, so there's no gap in between where there's empty space between songs. So it immediately jumps from one song to the other. Now let me show you how you can change your skins. You can go to File, Settings, and when your Audacious settings dialog box appears, you can change a lot of settings through here, and you can install additional plugins to increase the power of Audacious. But here I want to change the appearance. There's multiple ways. I can change the appearance by adding more columns here by clicking on a column and hitting that arrow to take it over here. If I want to remove a column, I click on the column I want to remove and put it back over here in this one. I can say show my column column headers where you can see them across the top, so you can see this is the album, the artist, and the title. If you don't want that there, you can uncheck here. But let me show you what the cool feature I like about it. You can change from the GTK, and if you have a KDE installed, it will say QT up here, but you can change it from your GTK interface or QT interface to your Winamp Classic interface. And here you've got here's the default skins. The only one that's not default is the Viper Ruby. That is one that I downloaded from the internet. But this is my favorite default skins. And you can go across and you see that there are many skins that you can choose from. That's a nice one. But this is one of my favorite. Now let me close it out and I will show you how you can install skins manually from the internet. To do that, let's go back to my web page. And you can see here on my web page it says manually install a skin. To manually install a skin, let me first click a link so I can get a skin. If I click the skins here, it will take a moment or two and it will open up this link. And I have several more sites that you can click on to find additional skins across the internet. Now here's one I showed you how to download a skin called Hacker Skin and extract it and then move it to this folder. So before we can actually install the skin, let's locate this folder here, but we're going to open the skins folder as a root user to give you privileges for deleting or adding files to that folder. So let's open up our file manager. In my case is the Kaha file manager. I want to go back to where I can locate user. I'm going to locate share. Then I'm going to locate the program Audacious, which is here. Now here's the skins folder. If I just double click this, the files are, I can't change them, I can't alter them. So to alter them I need root privileges. So I right click on it and I'm going to say open as administrator. It's going to open up to prompt me for my password. I'll put in my user password. And then when I hit authenticate, it's going to open up and the folders change from blue to brown, and this because of my theme. This means that I can edit this folder. So I can close this folder here. I only need this one. If you look at the title, it says skins folder, but as a super user, meaning that I can change the contents in this folder now. Now if you look here, I'm going to click on one of the links I had above and it will take me to this particular website. Now if I wanted to download and install a skin that I know works, let's say that I want to download the one that's called Alien Area Skin. I can come back here and search for it. So if you find, there it is. I don't know why it changed. I guess because I searched for a lot of different ones and it was still on my memory. But here's the Alien Area Skin. I click onto it. And then here it shows you what it looks like. And then there's some additional recommendations below. But you click here to download. And then as you can see, it's downloading. Now it's finished. So I can say show. I can say show in the folder. And here's my alien area. So let me go back to my Google Chrome, close that, tab out, minimize my browser. Here's the alien area. Now I don't want to just copy this and paste it into that folder. As you can see here, these are folders that contain the actual files that make up the skin. So I need to extract this extension. Now if you're on a Windows and using Winamp, you normally just double click the file and it prompts you with a Winamp saying install skin. It doesn't work that way in Linux. You need to extract that. You can open up and hit say extract here, and if you don't have a program that you can extract it with, I recommend you downloading and installing pzip. Pzip will install or extract the WZS extensions with no trouble. So right click, say extract here, and as you can see here is the alien area folder that it downloaded. Now this is what it's going to look like when you move it over here. I like to keep them nicely organized, so I right click on this folder here and I'm going to hit rename. I'm going to take off the extension because you don't need that on a Linux system. You can take that off, and I'm going to remove the space or the underscore in the small a. I'm going to hit space, capital A, and I'm going to capitalize the A of alien, and it will still work. Then I press the return key. Now that way I'm going to copy, or I'm going to actually cut it. I don't need it in my downloads folder. And I'm going to paste it into my skins folder. And as you can see here, it's now added. So now when I go back into my program, I can go back and say sound, Audacious. I can go to up here and click on that little icon, click settings. And now it should have the one that I downloaded, which is Alien. So I move over where you can see it, and it displays the name of the folder name. You remember I had a small a and a small a and an underscore. If you've got some funky looking long file name, you may want to display, or keep in mind that it's going to display the name of the folder. So that's why in this folder here I capitalize the A and remove the underscore, because you can see here each of these right here are the way that they're displayed here. So if, like for a Lil amp, I could come in here and change that to where it looks a little bit nice and neater, so it displays a neat looking name in my folder. But when I click onto it, it immediately changes to that skin. So that way it has a nice little graphical equalizer, my songs list, and when I hit the play button, it can start playing across here and start showing you a little graphic equalizer playing here. So if I hit the play button, it should still be muted, and it is. You can see the little equalizer, and I can pause it now. The little equalizer is playing here. It shows the time. But that's the skin for this one. If you'd like to download my skin list, and I'll quit this, I do have on my website a list of skins that I zipped up myself. I went through and I downloaded a bunch of skins that I liked, and I put some of them here on the website. I didn't put them all. I have a large list of folders, and here's some that you can see that they look like. But right up here, it shows you where you place them in. You can download them either from Dropbox, or you can download them from MediaFire. You can click the download button, or if you click on my Dropbox, you click the little open and then click the download, and it will allow you to download that particular file. But instead of waiting for the file to download, I already have it in my downloads folder. So if I go to downloads, here is, let me delete that one, that's the one we just installed. There's the Audacious skin that you would be downloading. You right click on it. I have it in the zip, which is a zip extension. All the skins are zipped up into one file. You can say extract here. And as you can see here, you're not going to drag this folder into that. You're going to open this up. You're going to select all these folders, and you're going to move them or copy them. I'm going to move them into your skin. So cut, go back to your skins as a super user. I didn't close it. So I'm going to delete the alien area because that's one of the skins in my package. I'll paste it here. And I'm just going to say skip the one that has classic. Skip the one, these are the default skins that's already installed. So if all the ones that you saw highlighted, if you wanted to clean them all out, I zipped up all of them, including the original default skins, so I could have just said overwrite and it would have put the same files back into them. Now when I minimize this, I can go back to Audacious, Sound Audacious, and when it loads, I can click the corner, I can click Settings, and when you look and make sure the Winamp Classic is selected, when you look, you've got a large selection now of skins. Like if I wanted to put the Wood amp, if I wanted this one, here's the Winamp classified. When I was a Winamp user, when I was a Windows user, this was the skin that I used the most. I did install some skins, but there's some very nice looking skins that you can go through and click and choose whichever skin that you like. And like I said, a Refuge is one of the skins that when I was one of the default skins that I use. But as you look through here, there are a lot to choose from. So, and like I said, you don't even have to install my package, but this kind of gets you started with a more variety of choices to choose from your skins. But from these websites, or you can even use Google and type in Winamp skins and install additional skins for your player. Now, like I said, you can control the way that your playlist is set up. You can hook up across the internet and put in plugins to where you're playing across the internet, but I don't use Audacious for that. I just use it for playing audio files that are on my system. So hopefully this gives you an idea of what Audacious is. Like I said, I just use it as my MP3 player or other formats, and it displays and plays thousands. When I say thousands, it's several different formats that you can play audio extensions or different file formats for audio. Hopefully this has been a video that has helped you understand what Audacious is and how to use Audacious on your Linux or Windows system. And have a great day.